Next up, at UFC 323, we have Firas Ziam taking on Nazim Sadykhov in one of the more, I'm not going to say controversial, but more hotly debated fights on the card. Firas Ziam 17-4 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5. Firas Ziam on a nice little win streak as well, taking on Nazim Sadykhov, 11-1 in his career, 4-0-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that insane win over Nicholas Mata. Full disclosure, I don't think ever. I think actually I picked Terrence McKinney to beat Firas. Outside of that, I don't think I picked the Firas Ziam fight correctly. So there's your disclosure. But he's a good fighter. He's long. He's rangy. He works well outside, then closing the distance. If he's in the clinch, he'll throw some elbows. He'll stay busy there, and he'll go back outside. He did finish Matt Frivola, but outside of that, he's a distance striker. He plays it safe. He's got that French savate style. He is coming off of a pretty stereotypical Firas Ziam win where he landed 34 strikes in 15 full minutes. He did have a couple of takedowns, though, but need I remind you, his opponent was high off paint fumes in that fight. He's taking on Nazim Sadykhov, solid kickboxer, very clean technique. This guy will get after it. He is controlled, he is dialed in, and he is focused, and then sometimes he's just crazy and he gets baited into an absolute slug fight. He can wrestle if he needs to, but for the most part, he's striking. We just saw him go toe-to-toe with Nicholas Mata where he was almost knocked out, and then he survived, absolutely turned the tides, and put out Nicholas Mata. Again, a second reminder, I am not picking Firas Ziam fights correctly. And I think it's because I don't really like him that much. And I don't know why. I think it's just the fact that he's kind of boring. He's got that whole French, I don't want to engage style. And that just plays into my, like, this dude's not a fighter. Nazim Sadykhov's a fighter. This dude's not a fighter. Matt Frivola is a fighter. This dude's not a fighter. Mike Davis is a fighter. And Mike Davis almost ripped his knee off after being high on paint fumes. So I'm going to fall into my old trap. I'm going Nazim Sadykhov here. I think he's just too dangerous of a striker. I don't think the dance around on the outside nonsense is going to work for Firas Ziam. And if Firas wants to try to wrestle, Nazim Sadykhov's got great takedown defense. And this is in Vegas where they don't care about wrestling. So Nazim Sadykhov is the pick. I bet on Nazim Sadykhov, and I got him at, what did I get him at? I got him at plus 155, and he might become a full-blown favorite come fight night. What do you think, Jacob?
I've got some pre-bias in this fight. I agree with all the pre-bias that Angelo has against Firas Ziam. I had Matt Frivola as my lock of the week against Ziam. I was dialed in. I said this, everything as Angelo said, I said the same thing. Like, just a distance strike. Matt Frivola's going to get in his face. Matt Frivola picks him up, slams down, almost gets the guillotine, and then gets sent to fucking Narnia in that third round. But I agree. Like, everything feels like it's just Nazim kind of getting in this guy's face, making it a little bit gritty, making it a little bit nasty. He's not going to like the pressure, maybe mixing a takedown or two. He's with the Sarah Longo guys. They all know how to wrestle. They know how to grapple. They bring in that tenacity, that get in your face, that dog, the black wolf, all this stuff. And I was feeling it. I was the passion. La passion, Angelo. I was feeling the black wolf coming in. Oh, my God, he's an underdog. I can't believe it. I personally bet him. I was feeling good about it. I started like rewatching the Ziam fights, and I'm like, God, looks good. You see him with the fucking defense. He's fucking here. He's hitting the combos. He's getting the finishes. And you start diving into it, and you're like, Evan Elder, short notice. My lock of the week that week was winning that fight 2-0 against the guy, Dr. Stoppage. Next fight, Terrence McKinney's getting steamrolled. Terrence McKinney kind of gasses out, and Nazim takes over, wins that fight. Life and death, getting outstruck almost 2-1 by a Slava who we know at this point not as good as advertised. Ishmael Bonfim, he got that head kick. Nice job. Got the cut, the doctor stoppage. He was getting touched up, getting kind of bullied before that happened. And then you got the Nicholas Mata fight, last fight. He's almost getting finished, knocked down and finished. Now all of a sudden, I got this guy Nazim in a different mind skip. I got this guy Nazim painted a little bit differently in my mind. So while I am going to stick with my guy Nazim, I like Nazim. He probably is going to get another look a little flashy, this and stuff. He's winning a lot of fights that he was losing until he wasn't, which is a good thing, but also kind of a bad thing, especially when you got Ziam, who can be long, can be rangy, and is it going to be a little bit too little too late for Nazim to be able to make this the fight that he wants to make it. I don't know. I'm off it a little bit. He's still going to be my pick. Saturday, we're still probably going to play him. I got personal money on him for impulses. When I start diving into this, I'm seeing some holes. You see a lot of wins, a lot of finishes. I think there's some asterisks by a few of those. I'm taking Nazim, but this feels like, dude, it feels like everybody is on Nazim. Like everybody's on Nazim, which usually is like chat. If you're on Nazim, type a 6-7 in the fucking chat. That's not even a joke. Just type a 6-7 because watch how many there are. There's a lot, and that's usually a red flag.
I completely agree with you. The unfortunate part for me is I broke this fight down 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. I had my video out during the week off. People were enjoying Thanksgiving, not creating content, not doing dick. I had this video out 4 days before that, ready to go. Broke down this fight, had the bet in, had the picks in. So when I do all of that with zero outside influence whatsoever, because there's not another person on this planet doing that at a meaningful level, just me, and then I see what the general public leans on, it is a bit surprising. I was surprised to see that many people on Nazim because historically speaking, people love Firas Ziam and thinks he's going to win. Then I was very surprised at the Moreno-Tatsuro Taira fight, what the feedback was there. I expected different feedback. And now I'm shocked at the main event feedback.
Yeah, the Tapology nerds have Nazim almost 60%.
Yeah, those doofuses picked that jiu-jitsu nerd over, and now granted this fight sucked, but what was that fight a couple of weeks ago? The jiu-jitsu nerds versus the American wrestler with the heavy hands?
Fight that Hoke guy now. He just got back. Denzel Freeman? Yeah. Yeah,
Denzel Freeman, they picked the jiu-jitsu nerd 75% on Tapology. And long before there were odds, I was like, are you people crazy? What are you doing? And obviously that fight wasn't as advertised, but still. I'm on the Sadykhov side. I do hate to see when everybody is on the same side, but I guess we'll be wrong together if we are wrong. And I did give you the disclosure. I've never picked a Firas Ziam fight correctly. Jacob ran through why some of those Nazim fights were close, but there were caveats there. Like Terrence McKinney beats the fuck out of everybody before he doesn't. Like that's not that crazy. The Bonfim win was a great win. That wasn't a cut. He concussed him. Like he couldn't see, Tom Aspinall style. Still can't.
It was like a random question mark kick. He was getting bullied a little bit.
I get it, but he lands a beautiful kick that concussed him. It's not like it was, a lucky, like, oh, good, I cut him. We're done.
I mean, landing a random question mark kick it was like it's a pretty random kick. That's all to him. I mean, I like Nazim.
I'll be rooting for him. Hopefully he gets it done. I got that half a unit. I'm at plus 155. If you are a premium member, you saw that bet when it went up, and you got a nice line closing value there.
So ready.
So if you want to check out every other bet we already have on the board, go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member. We got UFC 324 bets ready to go.